You are listening to the Profitable Content Creator Podcast. This is the place where content creators come to learn how to create profitable content that positions themselves as an authority and grows their online businesses. Get ready to take your content to a whole new level with your host, Kristen Poborski.
Hey, I'm Kristen Poborski, and I want to talk to you today about why your content, whether or not you're using AI or whatever, isn't converting. And it's not because it's not good, but most likely it's because it's too perfect. And when you show people the messy process, they'll finally see themselves in the transformation. And this is based on a true story that actually happened to me a couple weeks ago. So I used to think if my videos were not perfect or they weren't converting, there was something wrong with my funnel. Maybe I needed better hooks, better thumbnails, better calls to action. I'm obsessed over posting strategies, optimize my workflows, tweak my step-by-step content. But my coach said something that completely flipped the way I see content. You're helping people build a better version of themselves, of their current reality, but you're not helping them see a new version of themselves. Okay, I'm going to say this again. But then my coach said something that completely flipped the way I see content. You, Kristen, you're helping people build a better version of their current reality, but you're not helping them to see a new version of themselves. That changed everything for me. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact shift I made and why showing people your imperfect process connects more than any perfectly polished tutorial ever could. So we're taught, right? We're taught in school. We're taught everywhere. We see people out there. We're taught that clean, polished version content converts, right? We think that if we teach clearly, enough people will buy. So we obsess over the structure, clarity, lighting, checklists, step-by-step breakdowns. But here's the truth. People don't buy your flawless system. They buy themselves in the messy process. And that became really real for me during a coaching call I'll never forget. I was frustrated. My launch wasn't landing. I wanted to dissect all my videos, fix hooks, redo thumbnails, tweak the funnel. But instead, my coach stopped me and said, "Show me your last few videos." So I did. There were a bunch of tutorials, frameworks, walkthroughs, and she looked at me and said, "You know what? You're not helping them imagine what they could become. You're just showing them, you're teaching them to build a better version, but they don't see how they could become." So I tried something that I'd never done before. I recorded a real-time video demo behind the scenes of me using my weekly email AI assistant. No script, no retakes, no polish, just me using it for real on a treadmill, voice memo idea, pasting in a ChatGPT, and I got started with that, right? That's what I always do. I go in, I've got an idea, paste it in there. First response, totally missed the point. I had to literally stop and say, nope, that's not what I meant. Try it again. Even my own AI trained with my tone and templates got it wrong at first, but I forged ahead and I recorded everything. I didn't hide the messy bits. I shared them. And here's what blew me away. Because what people said had nothing to do with AI or how I taught or whatever. They watched me do this tutorial walkthrough of me using my email assistant. And they said, "Wow, this is so spot on. Thanks for sharing. It's good to know that it's not just me that struggles with ChatGPT." They didn't see my mistakes and think, "Oh, I don't know what I was doing." They saw their own journey reflected in mine. If I am the authority and I am having a hard time working through this and I'm showing them, hey, it ain't perfect and I'm being messy, they can relate to that. I don't need to be perfect all the time. See, that's when it hit me. People aren't looking for flawless content. They're looking for permission to be human, to make mistakes, and to kind of just go through the process. When they see you as the authority working through the process, they believe they can do it too. And that belief, that's what sells. That's what gets people to trust and to want to come and consume more of your content. And since then, I've shifted how I create everything. I stopped over-polishing. I started showing the real process, the pauses, the back and forth, the corrections, because people don't want to admire my results. They want to see themselves in my processes. And then what do? Well, the sale becomes inevitable. Or if I'm showing them something that they've already purchased from me and I'm demoing it, they can then believe they can do it too. So they actually go and do the thing and implement the thing that I'm teaching them to do. So here's what I want you to remember. Your content isn't converting because it's too messy. It's not converting because it's too perfect. People are not buying your system. They're buying a new version of themselves. And the more that you show them your real, your human, your imperfect process, the more they will trust that they can navigate it too. So ask yourself, what would change in your business if your next video helps someone see themselves in the process, not just watching it from the sidelines? If this shifted something for you, please drop a comment below or tag someone that needs to stop editing out their magic. Your voice, your brand, not perfect. Just be real.
You've been listening to the Profitable Content Creator Podcast, where content creators go to learn how to take their content creation to the next level. If you love the Profitable Content Creator Podcast, we'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give us a review on iTunes. Until next time.